Well, good morning. This is a first attempt at solitudeing, or at least talking about it, now that the coronavirus pandemic is with us. A lot of people have been spending a lot of time pretty isolated. In my case, pretty much what I've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years. My father took us up into British Columbia in 1961 when I was 5 years old, and we spent the summer there. So at 63, I'm pretty comfortable being out here in the wilderness, and I really like trout fishing. And I've been spending a lot of time with the classic writers about the human condition, from Mark Twain to Steinbeck to Muir to Edward Abbey to Kerouac, and we can't forget Hunter Thompson, who pretty much talked about the human condition such that it is. And the thing that I've realized in the solitudeing that I've been doing is that you really discover yourself. In so many of the classic writings about the human condition, it seems to be about how much trouble we have communicating and interacting with one another. And I got my communications degree 40 years ago, and the one thing I've learned is that we don't do it very well. So, I'm going to attempt to do some YouTube videos that describe my experience solituding. When you look at the classics from Twain to Hunter Thompson, you get a pretty clear idea of where our involvement with the external world is taking us. And for me, when I moved to Utah about 3 years ago, I really discovered what Muir and Thoreau were talking about. Not so much about living deliberately. I like more what Muir says about the best way to understand the universe and our natural world is to go into nature. And a big problem with our so-called civilized world is that we've lost touch not only with nature, but our inner selves, the ability to be out here in the natural world and realize that it's not particularly dangerous or scary, and tuning in yourself in relationship to the natural world. So, going forward with these videos, I'd like to just talk more about how our digital commercial world is pretty much too much with us, and the way to really discover yourself is to get back into the natural world and leave a small footprint as possible. That's the one thing we can all do with the numerous crises descending upon us because of our technology. So after closing my commercial advertising studio of 33 years, My whole mission going forward is to just leave as small a footprint as possible, enjoy being with myself in nature, and trying to communicate some things that I've learned in the last 60 plus years. So enjoy the day because it's the only one we got.